Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you cosplay-themed podcasts where we'll talk about different fandoms, animes, holidays, different topics of the art of cosplaying, which today, that is going to be our theme. We're going to be discussing cosplay sanitation and cleanup, so much fun. It's going to be a lot of information, but make sure you have yourself a nice cup of tea, little snack, while we talk about some topics, and you're more than welcome to share your ideas and stories in the comments below. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with our introductions, starting with...
Hello, I'm Bella or Rose. You can call me either one. I take a sip of water real quick because hydration is key. Favorite toy of two athletes. So, anyway, I'm Bella slash Rose. You can call me Bella or Rose. I don't mind. Some people call me both. Some people call me Grandma. Or it's the crazy lady, cosplay lady. Uh, um, just yeah, I don't yeah I don't care. I like to have fun with it. I let people call me whatever pronouns. I really don't mind because I know I play both men and women, so it's like whatever you guys want to call me is fine. I'm super chill about it. I am a biological woman though, so just for your information. But anyway, take it away, Jen.
Alright, well, welcome back, Cosplay Tea Time. So, it's good to have somebody to talk about this subject. So I think you're the one that brought it up too. Like, I remember you talked about it and helped with all the questions, which we'll get to here in a minute. So, real quick, my name is Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time, as well as today's host. On social media, I go by Jen.Cosplays45. You can find that YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And today I'm not cosplaying anybody, I guess maybe like a casual Miku. Probably not, because I don't have her headphones yet, so that's okay.
You're cosplaying one of your OCs that you have yet to create.
Exactly, my 46th child or whatever number I'm at, so yeah. Aw. I like that idea though. So let's see, we're gonna go and get started with one icebreaker question, with it being, what motivates you to cosplay?
Oh my gosh, so much motivates me to cosplay. I was looking at these same questions and just like, how do I even answer this? Like, there's just so many, and I'm like, wait, there's my answer. But it's like from, cosplaying in public at either cons or just on my own in public, saying hi to people and, people getting pictures with me and stuff, and kind of just like creating memories for people being in cosplay. It's one of the biggest motivators ever because my drive is all off of inspiration. Um, even though I lack money. So, yeah, anyway, I can do this for free. And also try and earn a little bit of money too, which I do offer commissions on my Instagram, belladonnarose.cosplays, if you guys want to check that out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely vouch for Bella's commission because I just had one this year with the makeup bag and all the little goodies, which I have a video of that on my cosplay account, so go check that out. So,
You're
uh,
welcome.
thank you again, so cute. So, let's see, motivates me to cosplay. I don't know, I kind of cosplay for myself. Yes, it is an expensive hobby. We have, like two different videos, like where to buy cosplays and closet cosplaying, which just came out. And there's some stories and information on how to like budget for cosplays, thrifting for cosplays, and all of that good stuff. So, but what motivates me to cosplay is just I don't get to be shy, quiet Jen. I can be loud, boisterous, especially Nora Valkyrie. She is the opposite of me, even though I'm the IRL Nora. But yeah, so I think what motivates me is just getting to be a character for a little bit, getting to dress up, and then like sharing those videos and pictures with everyone. So yeah, it's something fun to do. Something fun. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap up our icebreaker question. And we're actually just gonna go ahead and jump into today's theme, which again is cosplay sanitation. and cleanup. I think in the previous videos I mentioned too, and even like one of the icebreaker questions is like, how do you organize your cosplays? But we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, and we're talking like soaps and suds, disinfections, disinfect, disinfective. Yeah,
Disinfectants, yes.
disinfecting. Oh my gosh, words. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get into like all of that. So, but first, really quick, yes, this is an important topic. So we'll be talking about cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting cosplay areas. We're also going to define those terms for you as well here in a moment. We will be sharing experiences and tips on how to keep cosplays laundered and cleaned in areas like creative areas, also clean and sanitized, so that way one does not get sick or get others sick as well. So, really quick
Yeah.
before we jump into the first question, just want to do a little bit of defining some key terms. So we have Oh yes, and I also have to say too, thank you, Bella, for like again bringing up this topic. You had the book and
Yeah.
everything, which I like looked through. So it's the Milady book. I think is what it's called.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have it down here.
Hey.
Uh, this actually is the last edition before the previous one that just came out. I'm still trying to earn some money to get the previous one because it's more updated. But this is the one that I have. I went through cosmetology school as a previous cosmetology student. And now I am a licensed cosmetologist within their current state. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah,
That's
I thought this book
exciting.
was very important too because I not only do commissions on the side, but I also do hair. And sometimes I will be working on a wig commission, and then I will also have clients coming in asking me to do their hair. So it's like, I think this is pretty important to show
Yeah,
cosmetologist perspective.
very much so. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I will say, like, any information will be coming from the Milady book, unless
Milady.
Milady. So
You
yeah,
can just call it the cosmetology textbook or
oh
the
boy, it's so
hairstylist
much
textbook.
longer. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
either coming from the book, unless I mention like a specific website. So, definition of terms, we have the term clean, and that is a mechanical process using soap and water or detergent and water to remove all visible dirt, debris, and many disease causing germs.
Yeah.
Next up, we have sanitizing, a chemical process for reducing the number of disease causing germs on a clean surface to a safe level. Then, disinfection is a chemical process that uses specific products to destroy harmful organisms on environmental surfaces. So I kind of layered it like clean, there's cleaning, wiping things down, sanitizing, you're using chemical processes, and then like disinfectant is like top tier. I don't know how to quite put that, but yeah, so stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
alrighty, so that was just a little bit of key terms. So now we're gonna dive into our questions, starting with our first one being, what are some tools slash items you use to clean up?
Uh, So some stuff that I use to clean up is not just, your normal, soap and water. It depends on which surface I'm doing it on. Um, if I'm washing something in the kitchen sink and I need more of a heavy duty soap, I will go for dish soap. If I need to use more of a lighter soap, I will go for foam soap. Um, but I will basically do the first process of cleaning, disinfecting, and sterilization first on the surface. Um, where I just, clean with the sponge and then I spray with like a sterilizer or a disinfectant. And then I will actually wait the recommended time on the instructions of the disinfectant for it to actually dry after I've wiped with it or I've just sprayed. And then with the last process, I will go ahead and do that because, like I said, I am a cosmetologist and I
Mhm.
am a commissionist that does wigs and
Mhm.
a whole bunch of other services. So yeah,
Sounds good. You got your little system, little rhythm going.
yeah, and
So
I
yeah.
even have a couple of tools with me here. One of them is actually for you know, treating like burns and stuff, and one of them is actually for cleaning clippers. Yeah, I have it's called Clipper Side.
Oh,
This you use on just clippers and shears, because you can't immerse clippers into Barbicide, which is the immersive version of Clipper Side.
gotcha, gotcha.
This is my baby right here. I'll get into it more later,
Oh,
but I thought I'd kind of show a little bit of that in case if you're like, what's 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 Bella Rose holding? What's what's the Suosity cosplayer holding? You know?
no, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. So you get different tools. I feel like I'm lacking in the tool department. Like I have a small water bottle, spray bottle thing that I'll use water. I'll put like a little bit of like Dawn dish soap in and stuff. So it's just nice to have if I need to wipe something down, clean something up, especially like paint, like acrylic paint and stuff, just like spray the area, wipe it down, get
Yeah,
the paint stains off
totally.
type of thing. So I always have a roll of paper towels or two in my room, so my little creative space. And trying to think what else I have as far as like cleaning tools. Oh,
Yeah.
magic erasers. Not sponsored, but they're amazing.
Sponsor us. Come on, we're cosplayers.
We are cosplayers.
We need to represent.
Yeah, so yeah, so magic erasers not only for cosplaying but for house cleaning. But I've definitely had some times where like either I've messed up on a project or something, and if I can like gently like use a magic eraser to like get out like something, then I'll use it. So
Yeah, I what I usually do, so another one of my tools is that I take paper and I just put it on top of the surface that I'm working on if I'm afraid to get that space like stained with a bunch of work stuff and stuff because right now I'm currently trying to get my AA in college and I am in a dormitory room, and if I mess up any of the one desk or any of the two desks that I was given in my room, then I will be charged for the damage. So I always try to make sure I have a protective layer on my station desk. And if I need to move any work stuff over to like my studying desk, then I will definitely put something down on that too. So yeah. It kind of helps with protecting your space, even though once in a while that doesn't always work. So you have to think about like how to kind of clean that up too.
yeah, yeah, especially carpet,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I'm
pasta.
the
The
pasta.
pasta.
Oh no.
The pasta. That was actually pretty funny though.
That was funny. It's getting turned into a short, I'm telling you.
I'm still
So,
laughing about it.
I know. But yeah, definitely want to be careful whenever you're painting, and especially like my creative space is also carpet, and it's like a beigeish whitish carpet. And if I'm painting something, I have to be really careful. So I usually use like a towel, just like an old towel, and I'll try to paint on the towel.
Yeah.
Got to be careful though, so it doesn't like stick. And you get like the little towel
Oh,
fibers in the paint. Ugh.
yeah. In my dorm room now we have like straight up tile across the entire floor, and I have this rug, this like
Mhm.
blue rug that is in the room. So
Mhm.
that's where the pasta went.
Oh gosh.
It's okay. Because in case if you're wondering how I cleaned it up, this is cleaning and disinfecting today.
I know.
What I basically did was I went into our kitchenette. I grabbed about 50 paper towels, and then as I'm on call with a couple other friends discussing something, I basically am just throwing water from my water bottle on the floor and just dousing the area in
Oh
dish
no.
soap and like scrubbing it and stuff and like dousing more water and doing the same thing until I can lift up the soap in the stain.
That's
I looked
crazy.
I looked like a mad woman doing this on our my friend's call, like,
Oh my god.
but I was just like down on my knees doing that as I'm in my Vi cosplay too.
Oh no.
And it was the greatest thing ever. And then I basically was letting it dry, and I was so impatient on letting it dry. It took 2 days to dry, and they kept complaining like, "It's still
No. That's crazy. Oh, well, we find out the aftermath of the pasta story.
wet."
Oh gosh,
Story
crazy.
time already happened.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're gonna continue moving forward with our next question, being, what are some disinfect/cleaners that you use?
As I mentioned before, I use cleaners and disinfectants such as barbicide, clippercide, and like soap, water. Something else I also use to help me. This is especially for cleaning my clippers too. Is I not just use a lubricant, but I also use alcohol prep pads for daily use and stuff, just to kind of ensure that I'm getting rid of like some of those like nasty um I'm forgetting stuff, but like, the like nasty germs, anything that might linger, any or the alcohol prep pad will kind of like help kind of break down that stuff, even though it kind of won't go away just yet, but it'll allow for me to just feel like flipper side, spritz, 10-minute dry. Uh, but yes, with barbicide though, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you do get barbicide for disinfecting stuff like suctioning clips, because you use suctioning clips when you style wigs and stuff, um, or just to disinfect certain non-mechanical things that you can reuse, not stuff that you can like throw away, such as a wooden stick, but moreover stuff like hair cutting shears, um, combs, brushes, certain types of brushes actually, and so on and so forth. With barbicide, you can't use it straight out of its bottle. You have to, for every 1 ounce, I usually fill up 32 ounces, or what is recommended on the back of the bottle. And then when I rinse my stuff and I put it in the barbicide bucket, I always have a separate bucket for barbicide, and I keep that bucket for barbicide and barbicide only, because barbicide is a chemical disinfectant, and you don't want to use that bucket for anything else. I'm gonna tell you. Especially when you're dealing with taking implements in and out. You want to make sure that you're wearing latex gloves. Another thing I didn't mention is that I do have latex gloves. So, yeah.
Just be careful if you're allergic to latex. Find something
Yeah, they
that
also have
better.
non-latex gloves that you
Yeah.
can use too. Like, I don't think it'll affect you if you play with non-latex gloves and then you stick your glove hand in the barbicide.
Submerging.
So, I yeah, I have non-latex and I have latex, and I've never had a problem with the two, but you know,
Yeah.
some people have better luck than others, I guess. Like, I hope you have the same luck as me when disinfecting, please. It's supposed to work the way it's worked for me. It's just science.
It's science, science. Oh, I wish I had a Techno cosplay.
Ooh.
Oh, she's afraid of technology. Never mind. Uh, yeah. So, let's see. So, So disinfect cleaners that I use. Again, soap and water. I don't really have any disinfect stuff because I've never really needed to do it. Like I know I should, but you know, I'm just like I remember when I worked at like a Head Start and everything, they had like two separate bottles, like the sanitation, like going around sanitizing, and you'd wipe that down, and then you'd have the disinfect bottle, and you would spray that, and then just like leave it on the table. I don't remember what chemicals they used for that, but it's like, I should have something, even if it's like small bottles. But again, it's like the measuring, the science, what kind of product to use. So there's research for you.
Yeah, and something to definitely educate on too is even though I'm, a full-time college student, I do clients whenever they book me and stuff, which, it's not like I get a client like every single week, but whenever I do hair on someone and they're in my chair, it's like for the time when they're not in my chair and I am doing wigs, usually I'm doing like two, maybe three wigs back to back. But the thing is, I still disinfect and sanitize and clean because if you think about it, even though you may wash your hands or not before during doing a wig or a service, you're still touching things that
Um,
have germs and
mhm,
possible potential diseases on them.
mhm,
So if you upkeep with cleaning and sanitization as much as it's needed, then you will have a really good station that is clean, up to date, and you don't have to worry about like why is there so much glue on my hair cutting shears? Or I cut wigs with hair cutting shears because it's better for me. Some people just do it with like regular old scissors and stuff because that's
mhm,
what they can use. But I like I said, I used to be a cosmetology student. Now I'm licensed, and what I use for cleaning, disinfecting, and doing wigs is what I've used in the salon. Most of the items. So
yeah,
yeah.
makes sense. So make sure you're keeping others safe, keeping yourself safe from any germs and all that. So
Yeah.
makes sense to me. Alright, so next up we have a fun question, which is where are some places to shop for cleaning items or even like storing items?
Oh, so for certain items, I will go to Amazon and I will shop for them. But for professional items that I do need, I will shop at places like Cosmoprof or if it's, you know, okay, sometimes I'll go to eBay or sometimes I'll go to um, Sally Beauty or any type of place that sells cleaning materials that are FDA approved. A lot of stuff that you buy on Amazon, um, hair color included, a lot of that stuff is fake, even though it works well. So you want to make sure you're going to the right places and getting the real stuff. I know with Barbicide, that's not it's always hasn't been the case for me. Like I could from where I get my Barbicide, like or who's selling on Amazon the Barbicide, like
Yeah.
it's real stuff.
Mhm,
They have big bottles of Barbicide, they have little
mhm.
bottles of Barbicide. I usually get the big bottles of Barbicide
Oh,
and like the biggest can of Clippercide that I can because
you're busy.
I mentioned I'm a stylist
Yeah.
and I clean a lot, and on top of that, like every time I disinfect, even though I only use the barbicide solution once, after every single 2 weeks I'm throwing it out and refilling it because even in a barbicide container, stuff does accumulate and then the solution won't work anymore. So you have to
Mhm.
kind of upkeep with your solution. So
Yeah, makes sense. Like this maybe
me and my
solution. Again, it's a system.
presentation,
Yeah.
like up, fill, wait, throw it. Up, fill, wait, throw it.
There you go. So, let's see. So, places that I shop for cleaning items, my local grocery store for Dawn dish soap and all that. So,
Ooh,
yeah, so we
yeah.
got grocery store if you're looking for like affordability items, the dollar store, Five Below, like Walmart, stuff like that. So you can get like spray bottles. You can probably find different sponges, different like cleaning cloths, different rags. Those Lowe's buckets, like the big blue buckets you get at Lowe's and stuff, those are really nice. I've seen folks use that with like cleaning, disinfecting, with the wigs soup. We do have a wigs podcast recording and a makeup podcast recording where we talk about like cleaning and storing wigs and makeup respectively. But yeah, also like using those buckets as well. So there's my 2 cents, my 2 pennies worth, which I do have.
Soup,
Let me see.
wig, soup,
Yeah.
soup, wig,
Wig
soup.
soup.
There's the third penny. Soup,
Soup. It's good
wig,
stuff.
soup. That's our little jingle now.
That's our
Wig soup.
jingle. Wig soup. Okay, we got another question for everyone out there. Do you have certain areas for creating items versus storing items?
As a cosmetologist, this is a very important question, and this is also a very important thing that we do. Um, we have different places for storing all of items in the salon, including me and my mini station. So with me and my mini station, it's kind of different versus in the salon when I was a cosmetology student, out on the floor. We'd have, when I was out on the floor in cosmetology school, we'd have this one room with everything that we ever needed in it called a dispensary. And in cabinets on one side, there would be hair color and there would also be toner. And then on this side up here, there would be stuff like um, you know, yeast and uh, containers and stuff that we would need to measure. And then we'd have a cabinet with all of our materials, like hairspray, heat protectant, um, styling mousse, kind of stuff like that. Though we did have a sink, and below the sink, we put, you know, disinfectants labeled barbicide, clippercide, and a lot of stuff like that. And we had the regular unopened bottles of barbicide, but then we had the diluted bottles of barbicide because, you know, gotta change it quick on your cleaning day. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
And those inspection days too, to kind of train us to kind of be clean at all times, which I very much thank our instructor for. Thank you. Um, so Pierre's like, thank you.
No.
I mean, Nora, not Fira.
I was like, wait, what? No,
Oh,
this is Norman.
Fira.
Wanted to get Pierre, but can
Oh
only
no,
afford one. This is Norman.
I have all the Ruby girls.
Um,
Anyway, we're not talking about the Ruby girls right now. We're talking about cleaning and disinfecting.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, where I usually keep my barbicide whenever I'm home or whenever I'm here at, college in my dorm is I usually keep my barbicide at college like, in um, a closet or under, my bed or something because that's where I can keep it. There's not many places that you can keep your cleaners and stuff like that unless if you bring like your own little shelving unit or something like that. I mean, it usually changes where I put my cleaner stuff because I always forget the exact place where I need to put them.
Mhm.
So it always switches up when I organize.
Yeah.
But my top three places that I have put it in a pattern so far is, an extra closet, under my bed, or on a bottom level of a shelf. And then the barbicide that I am using to just put my stuff in, I usually keep in like a tub on my desk or maybe like right next to the um, you know, big bottle of barbicide, just in case if I need that out of the way for when I am styling wigs and it's going to take up the entire desk. Like
Mhm.
the service takes up the
Yeah.
entire desk. I
Mhm.
can't have my cleaner on the desk, so I'm like, well, I do have a place to put it, and I do have a place to remember where to get it too after I'm done. So, yeah,
Mhm. It's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot to tidy up, clean up, and stuff. So
yeah,
that should have been like another question, like how often. But then I'm like, I don't clean that often. So
yeah.
it's
I
like,
can tell you guys how
clean as I
often, and we
go.
can wrap up this question.
Yeah.
Like, I oftentimes I will clean like before and after every client, before and after every commission. Or whenever I just have like a straight up cleaning day where all I am cleaning is just my dorm and it's not like cosmetology, I will go to the station and I will clean again just because,
Yeah, that's good.
gotta keep up to date.
Yes, nice and clean, sparkles, little sparkle ding dings and stuff. Yeah. That's
After
so
I'm done
cute.
cleaning, I always
Mhm.
imagine sparkles on the desk, just like
I know.
ding.
Ding, ding, ding. That's how you know it's clean. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So, do I have certain areas for creating items versus storing? Not really. It's all kind of just like jam packed into one, just like storing like paints and foam, different materials, and then my cosplays and my little wooden thing, and then underneath that's where I have like like all my paints and my towel that I use and stuff like that. So no, but I will say going back to like the story thing too, just getting like the boxes that like maybe cosplay items come in, or even just like random items. Like I ordered a dollhouse for work that I'm gonna be using with clients and stuff. But the box that I came in was so nice, and I'm like, I can store things in here, so make
Yeah,
make
I
it
have
work.
a question about your side, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, so with all the foam and paint, is it organized into their own little tubs too?
Uh, Good cue. So the paints are stored in a box that once contained alcoholic beverages, if that makes sense. So like the paints are in there. I use like an egg carton to like put my paints in and stuff instead of like a palette or paper plate. But yeah, I have like the paintbrushes in there, and then that's like underneath. And then on the side were like the two blue hanging thingies. Like my foam, it's just like sitting on the floor with like any like scraps in a plastic bag. So they are separated.
So
Little
it
worms.
is organized separately at
Yeah.
least. Okay,
And
cool.
and
That
the
was a yes.
and the foam is in rainbow color. Roy G. Biv. So yeah.
Ta-da! Ah.
Yeah, so not the paints. Not the paints right now because I just had to use a bunch of browns for an upcoming video, so that was fun. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, this one's an interesting question. This one's definitely related to cosplay, which is after a convention. So, go into cosplay convention, anime convention, and coming back home. How do you clean your cosplay/cosplay items?
Um, so before I go to a convention, I know you said after, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna explain the full process. Before I go to a convention, I make sure that, all the things that I've used to make a cosplay or work on a commission for a cosplay are clean and off the desk and stuff. Um, and I will make sure that I'm clean and disinfected. Like that whole space is just you see the sparkles clean. Um, as much as I can. Um, then I'll go to the convention, and if I've had like a photo shoot or a video shoot, or I've either contributed my stuff, or I am helping someone, or it's just being done like towards me and stuff, like not being done towards me. That sounds like
Oh
I'm being
no.
targeted. Like,
Oh
whoa,
no.
no,
Done
no.
like with you or y'all collabing
Yeah,
type of thing.
let me
Yeah.
take pictures for you.
Oh no.
But I will take pictures of you when you will like it.
I know. That's called stalking, and
No,
that's a
no,
no-no. No.
like, no, that sounds scaring me. Like, oh my
I know. Make sure you
like
ask
that's scaring me.
permission, make plans. But anyway, moving along.
Yeah, but I will usually try to help the photographer, clean up like simple stuff. Maybe not tech because tech is kind of a liability. Even though I might know how to work that tech.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, whenever my friends and I were shooting with Dapper Arts at SwampCon, I traveled to SwampCon and we did $300 worth of photo shoots, which was so fun. I don't even care that it was $300, but we we did these photo shoots back to back, and my friend Rina, she went first. She was cosplaying the SwampCon mascot, and he was having trouble with holding his light over. So I asked him if he wanted some help, and he's like, "Yeah, sure." And he showed me like where to hold the light over, and I helped him with holding the light over. And then that was pretty awesome. I didn't help him like deconstruct anything though, um, because when it came to me and a friend's photo shoot, we did have to book it and go inside because it started like pouring down on us. We're just like booking it back in. But I don't have too much like so the moral of that is I don't have too much to say on, helping like to take down like tech or clean up a photo shoot area. But I do understand the concept of, helping to clean up a photo shoot area, um and respecting, what's okay to clean up and what's not okay to clean up. Um and kind of why too. Also, because I understand from a hairstylist perspective, we do have a process on cleaning, disinfecting, and setting up and everything. And it's actually our job to do it anyway. So yeah, we appreciate the asking, but we're gonna do it ourselves. Um, so with that, for the photo shoot, we clean up what we can, and then we go on, do the convention, and we come back, and then as a biological woman, it depends if I gotta soak my cosplay or not. Let's just leave it at that.
I
Uh,
think I know
like
what you
soak it in
mean.
ice water or something, and then
Yeah.
either hand wash it or wash it
Mm-hmm.
in the washing machine. Some of my cosplays are hand washing, and some of my
Yep.
cosplays
So
are
we're gonna get into
machine
that. So
washable.
you're jumping ahead.
Um, but, so
Yeah.
yeah, and it kind of depends on that. And I'm sorry I jumped ahead. I'm just
Oh, it's
like
okay. Yeah.
valuable information
It is. Yeah.
and having fun.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, and I feel like you also too jumped ahead. It's okay. Just like with like one of the next questions was like about photo shoots and like cleaning up and stuff. So I'll just go ahead and do the two like convention and photo shoot bits. So after a convention, what I normally do is I'll take off my cosplay, I'll put it in the wash. Usually it depends on the time. If it's like 5 p.m. or later, I'm like, it's too late to start laundry because then I gotta remember to put it in the dryer and all that fun stuff, right? So I'll either wait until the next day to do laundry, and also to like deciding like what needs to be hand washed, and all that. So I have that. I have my book bag. I'll empty all that stuff out. I haven't thought about sanitizing my book bag that I bring to convention. Like, part of it's like that shiny plastic material, but then the bottom of it's like fur, like not actual fur, but just like very soft fur and stuff. So I wouldn't know
Yeah, I
how to
feel like
clean.
yeah, I feel like with certain cosplays that have different textures and
Yeah,
stuff, and if the textures are like sewn together, even with like book bags too, like you mentioned,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to understand how to clean that as an entirety. So it's almost like you have to spot clean that, you
yeah.
know?
So I'm thinking,
And that's a real that's a real pain in the
I gotta do it. I
oh
gotta do
no.
it. If I gotta avoid the con crud, I will try to avoid the con crud. So yeah, figuring that out. I don't really bring too many props. I know one day if I ever bring the Nora Valkyrie hammer, which I almost got a year ago, so exciting, and stuff. If I bring that specific prop, it's like wood, so I would probably want to like wipe it down with like a disinfectant wipe or something, just so there's no germs. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be touching it. I don't want other people touching it. Only like close friends, or if there's like a running gag joke like Jean shows up as the huntsman, and there's a chibi scene where he takes the hammer and stuff. Like, I will allow that because that's pretty cute and awesome, and it would be so funny to voice Nora like, "Who took
Mm,
my hammer?" So yeah, that would be fun. So yeah, I know that for a fact. But as far as like anything else, it's just like trying to clean up, trying to tidy, trying to put all the new stuff around the room, which is always fun. And then moving on to like my second question. So after a long photo shoot, either at home or elsewhere, like traveling to a photo shoot place, like how do you clean up from that? For me, I have not done a photo shoot professionally. I'll take my camera, I'll take photos and all that. So at conventions, but at home depends because sometimes I'll do like 4 or 5 cosplays like in a day. So I'll be like in and out of cosplays for like 3 or 4 hours. When I did the whole Nora thing, like 9 cosplays, it took me 3 hours. And there's just pink everywhere. It's just pink skirt, pink dress, pink hat, like everywhere and stuff. And I'm just looking around the room like, do I really want to clean up right now? I'm so tired. Like after doing like all the dancing and the photos and like the transition to like each and every single different Nora that I have. Which now we have 11 total Noras. Yay, all the Noras. So, but yeah, I remember just feeling so tired. And it's just like, well, do I clean up now and not worry about it later, or is it like do I wait a little bit, rest, gain my spoons back, and then
yeah.
come back?
Yeah, usually
Uh,
if I'm doing content and I'm doing and everything, like I basically I plan my content, the props that I need to use,
yeah.
and then I set all my props out, and then I film with just those props like one by one, and then usually two, after I'm done with that prop, I will put it away back where it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's a way where I can kind of jump start my cleanup. And
Mm-hmm.
then anything else that I need to clean up afterwards too will just be the remainder of that, and I can just clean it up like no problem. Even if it is a lot too, like for example,
Mm-hmm.
let's say I've never done this, but
Mm-hmm.
let's say I'm filming with like glitter or confetti or something
Oh
messy,
my god.
you know,
Yeah, it's
glitter. Oh my gosh,
messy.
you pick the thing that's a pain in the oh no.
Yeah, so that is.
So
Mm. Yeah, it happens, but yeah, I think you're right though. Like just cleaning up as you go, just like hanging stuff back up on hangers, putting like if you have jewelry or props, like putting it
yeah,
back in its respective place. But the thing about the Dora cosplays, which made it so hard, was like I would use the pink skirt for the Mister outfit, but then I would need it for cute Nora or like school
yeah.
AU, so it was like just tossing that poor pink skirt everywhere. And like the jewelry's like, oh gosh. But we made it through. We got 10 Noras. So uh, craziness. So okay, so all of that long-windedness, we're back to another question, which we mentioned a little bit briefly, but feel free to go into depth, which is how do you wash your cosplays and do you hand wash any cosplays?
I believe I previously mentioned this before, but let's
Yeah,
go into depth, shall we? Ha ha
in depth.
ha.
Why not?
So, how do I wash my cosplay? And I need them hand washable. Uh, yes, I do hand wash a lot of my cosplay pieces that can't go through the washer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know we had a period where um the our washer wasn't working, so I had to hand wash all of my cosplays, which was no big deal.
Oh my god.
But basically, um, that story basically sums up that.
Oh
I don't want to get into it.
no,
No.
it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that would drag on too long, and I would be squirreling. Square.
Oh, square.
But um, some cosplay pieces, especially things that are like classic cosplays, obviously can go in the washer. Like, you kidding? Aha! The washer, the dryer. Aha! Certain pieces, not the dryer, but the washer.
Mm.
Um, like, why do they make it like that?
Yeah.
But then there are other cosplay pieces where I have to hand wash them. I can't hand wash them at all. With my Vi
Mm.
cosplay, it is very versatile. Like because so I'm still updating a top for Vi. So I'm wearing like an alternative thing from my closet where it's just like this black bodysuit and then like this white crop corset top. So those two things can definitely go in the wash as of right now. But then the pants and the wrappings, they can only be hand washed. But then the belt and the jacket can't be hand washed, but they can always be Febrezed.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did want to talk about Febreze later on. So
Febreze! Sponsor
Febreze.
us. We need you.
No. Lipton tea. Where are you? Oh my gosh.
Febreze, come to CTT.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Um, but yeah, with Vi, it's with the jacket, I'm actually pretty sad about it because I could hand wash it before. The thing was, I bought the knockoff and then I couldn't return it. And
Oh.
then with me not having too much money, because when I did have money, I was replacing stuff. I was, you know, buying clothes to store in like another place that I go to for like 3 whole months. You know, um, and then I bought Vi, then a prop for Jinx, and then um so a few cosplay materials, and then I gave my sister like money for a new ring light because my other one broke. I couldn't fix it. So basically, I don't have that much money anymore, but I will get money soon.
Money's
But
money.
with my like, yeah, okay. Back to my though. I
That's
got
me
the
too.
knockoff.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I got the knockoff. I looked back at the designs for Arcane because I was like looking at the wig, seeing how to style it, and I'm like, oh dear. So I'm like making plans on altering it, and then I altered the jacket before SwampCon, and then after SwampCon, I realized I can't hand wash it
Oh no.
anymore because of the paint. I'm
Oh no.
afraid the paint might come off and bleed.
Oh no.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure if the paint will like come off or bleed or not, but like I don't want to take that chance, so we're just gonna Febreze the
Yeah.
paint. So
Yeah. Gosh, it's quite an adventure. You want to call
it
it
is an
that?
adventure. Like some of my
Oh
pieces are like,
no.
yes, my
Mm.
favorite adventure. And others was just like, why did Scarlet be the pain in the? Oh no, I don't want it to be this way. Why? Like you just freak out.
I know. Oh
I don't
no.
want to do this.
It's like I don't want to do this anymore.
I
Yeah,
do this.
you gotta
I
figure
don't
it
want
out.
to know.
Gotta be creative, even with cleaning. So
Yeah.
that's what it boils down to, apparently. So okay, so washing cosplays, yes. If I buy a cosplay online, let's say Callum's jacket, which is actually Komi's jacket. So Komi-san's jacket that I use for Callum, I wore it for Ocean City Comic Con, came back, didn't smell the greatest. So I was like, okay, well, how am I going to wash this? Do I need a hand wash? First thing I did was check the inside tags. So always make sure you check the tag, see if it says machine wash, what kind of wash, dark color, light, all that fun stuff. And not only that too, but like going back to like where you bought the cosplay, like Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, and seeing if like any reviews and if they have anything about washing and cleaning up that cosplay or cosplay piece. Hopefully somebody does. It would be nice, but yeah. So there's a couple little tips and tricks. So, but yeah, most of them are pretty much washable in my storage. So again, I can just like throw it in there. Whenever I thrift, as soon as I get home, I do a load. I don't care what time it is. After thrift store and all that stuff, until the wash it goes, and I'm doing a load of laundry before I wear it or alter it for a cosplay. Speaking of alterations, my Nora Valkyrie Volume 7 Atlas look, which I do have a video on my cosplay channel, I think it's my most popular one. Those are three separate pieces, the pink, the white, and the black. They're all separate pieces and they're all different materials. And also too, there's still pins in it because I need to sew down some stuff, but I just haven't had time. So if I was to wear that out, first I would remove the pins and figure all that stuff out. Safety pins are your best friend as cosplayers. So yeah, I like pin it all down. But then if I came home, I would have to hand wash it because there's no way I can put all three in the wash without worrying about like the white being discolored, the black being clean, like all this stuff is just it's just craziness. So definitely I would have to hand wash, especially like armpit pits in the back, just like gently hand scrub that, hand wash. I've hand washed stuff before, so never a
I
cosplay
do
maybe yet.
believe,
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I do believe that depending on the cosplay too, like
Yeah.
uh if you use cold water, the colors won't bleed. Because whenever I'm at college and I need to do laundry here,
Yeah.
um, I can't do two loads, like a dark and a light, because it takes
Mm-hmm.
up so much water, and then other people are waiting to, use the washer. But like, so I'll throw all of my lights and my darks in, and then I will put on the setting of, I don't know how that setting works, but first I will put on a setting where even if I do use like hot water on it, the colors won't bleed. Like there's like some, I forget what's called, but I will turn that on, but then I will also turn the wash with cold water. Then I'll put it in the dryer, and then it the magic of the dryer
The
dries.
magic of the dryer. That's so cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, works out for you. So that's good. It's a handy tip. So speaking of handy tips, we have one more question for the day, evening, which is: are there any other tips, tricks cosplayers should know about when keeping cosplays or keeping like their cosplays clean or their cosplay creating areas clean?
Um, think smarter, not harder.
Hmm.
Whatever that it may be.
Whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, research on disinfectant sterilizations, um, stuff that would be good for your station. Make sure it won't affect the work area that you are working on. If you have a protective, paper protective mat on top of, excuse me, on top of that desk. Um, Either have that material in bulk or make sure you understand how to clean that area as well. Um, Make sure your mats on your workstations don't have holes. Um, just to avoid anything getting. Oh. Uh, and one more thing that I learned months ago, don't put nail polish remover on a surface with a finish. That was a complete accident on my part, and now we just have like this tough hole on our kitchen table.
Oh no.
Sorry, Dad.
Oh no.
Uh, the thing was I didn't know, and I was just like taking nail polish off the table because I was waiting on something, and then, oops,
CDs.
see,
Lessons learned.
I was freaking out, so trying to research how to fix it. My dad was not happy with.
Oh, oh no.
Oops.
Oh. So, okay, well, this is where I'm going to be talking quite a bit because I did take notes from the book and also a couple of websites that also helped out. So, like Bella said, do your research. I'm just sharing what I found and everything. So, we already went over
Yeah.
definitions. We did definitions. So, 3 ways to clean tools or implements: washing with soap and warm water, and then scrubbing them with a clean and properly disinfected nail brush. So, whatever tools you might have, whether it's shears, like if you're doing wigs, if it's different things that you might need to clean. Wash with soap and warm water, scrub it out, then use an ultrasonic unit, and then that's step 2. And then step 3 is to use a cleaning solvent. Solvent. I think I said it right. Sure. So, yep. So that's keeping your tools nice and clean, then air dry them, make sure they're nice and fresh for the next time, so you're not like, oh, like it's all caked or something and all that good stuff. So, next up we have disinfect tips. There's something called an efficacy claims on the label, which is the ability to produce an effect. So make sure you check that out before buying, purchasing, and all that stuff. Make sure that you use the disinfect on a pre-cleaned surface. Remember, like cleaning, removing any debris with soap and water, and then use the disinfect. Make sure that you wear gloves and or safety glasses as well if you need to, if it's like a closed space or
Protection.
something. So yes, unfortunately we do have those for some odd reason in my house, but hey, you never know. Always follow instructions on how to dilute projects. And use the 10-minute rule to soak or apply disinfect on surface, or again, depends on bottle instruction, but usually the 10-minute rule, just spray the disinfect and then leave it be for 10 minutes, set a timer if you need to, and all that good stuff. And then, yeah. So why is cleaning and sanitation important? It's to keep you safe as a cosplayer, as well as others safe, so making sure
Yeah.
keeping areas clean.
In general, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
this is while crafting or after attending a convention, because like I said before, I have not caught the con crud, knock on wood, but I've heard it's pretty bad. So make sure that washing things, taking care, disinfecting in areas where needed. So yeah. Wash clothes before sewing, designing, adding, etc. I kind of covered that earlier. Like, if I'm thrifting, wash my clothes before adding or wearing. This is the OxyClean website. There's actually a tab for, well, it's like Halloween costumes, but also for cosplays. They mention to mix a stain remover solution. I think that's their specific brand name. Stain remover solution. So if you have like a stain, like mix this solution, blot out the stain area. So if it's like armpits or you accidentally spilled spaghetti sauce. I'm sorry, Bella. Like on your
That
cosplay
was
or
funny.
something. I know. So
That
like,
was funny.
so blot it out with like a rag or paper towel, rinse it out, and then let it air dry. So there's also I've seen these before. Those like steamers, not the food, but like the thing that's like a steamer. I think my iron that I bought also doubles as a steamer. I don't know how it works, and I don't know where the instructions are, but yeah, get yourself
Yeah, they have like
it's
these little.
nice.
Yeah, they have like these little steamers that remind you of, like this weird looking
Yeah.
big pew pew, and then
Hmm.
I'm trying to keep it G here.
Yeah.
Uh, but like you, there's like a little thing at the bottom. Take it out, put water in it, put it back in.
Yeah. And do thing.
Steam.
Nice. Yeah, so steamer can also help with keeping cosplays clean. Machine washing should be a second to last option. If you have to wash, do not use hot water. Febreze should be the last resort, but don't rely on it too much. It doesn't necessarily clean. Sure, it makes your cosplay smell good. You might smell good for a little bit, but it's not cleaning and disinfecting anything. It's not removing those germs. It's just covering up the smell and all that stuff. So I did want to say too, for sweat, because sometimes, especially now that the summer months are coming up, it's gonna get hot. I just have a feeling that this summer is gonna be hotter than last summer. I'm not a weather person, but yeah. Um, but I do find it, at least for me, to wear like athletic clothing underneath, so that way it absorbs like most of the sweat and the water and everything like that. Plus, they're easy to clean and let those air dry. But yeah, like using athletic clothing like a tank top or shorts or something, leggings, or a long sleeve to kind of help absorb that sweat. Um, and then lastly, try to dry as much as possible. So, when you are air drying things, like if you need to get like a fan, get a fan or something, but try to let it dry. Don't like leave it damp and moist because then you have the result of mildew. And mildew is not pleasant. It doesn't smell good. It's just not good. If your cosplay or costume has mildew, just you're gonna need a new one because it's not good. So yeah, definitely get a fan. Put me in your fan. That's what I'm gonna do when I get my fan. Well, for my office at work, but yeah, we have one at home. It's a big fan. It's my biggest fan. Well, so but yeah, those were kind of some things I found on websites, some things that I find helpful, and again from the book that Bella lent over, aka took pictures of everything, and I'm just scrambling trying to do notes, but it was helpful. So thank you again, Bella.
You're welcome. Oh, another tip and trick I just thought of.
Yeah,
If you're done, okay. I think you're like finished on your
yeah,
end.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I'm done.
another.
I'm done. Go for it.
Okay, yeah. I think this is important to say too because um, I've noticed like in the salon too, like whenever I am cutting hair, I am cutting a wig with like shears. I'll accidentally nick myself or cut myself. And something that you should do
Mhm.
in a case whenever, you get like scratches or cuts when you're working on something is to stop what you're doing, put everything down, um, and like tend to the wound first, and then go and take all of the stuff that you're working on that might have gotten contact with uh uh like blood that came out of the cut or something like
Yeah.
that, and then let me confirm on
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 that. Okay.
yes, but
Definitely have like a box of band-aids or bandages like in your creative space or creative room because cuts will happen.
they will.
Hot glue burns are a pain. So mine are
Oh,
bluey.
pain.
Yeah, mine are bluey
Oh,
band-aids.
pain. Yeah. So something you can do. Oh my gosh, where is it? Um, so in my lady textbook
Mhm.
on page 105. I'm going to explain this. Um, it tells you how to handle an exposure incident, which an exposure incident would involve you getting cuts, um, any nicks, any like anything like that. Um, so first, first things first, don't panic.
Yeah.
You're gonna stop the service and inform the client or understand for yourself what has happened, so that way you can take a couple minutes or take maybe like 5 to 10 minutes to handle the situation and clean up. Um, if you are receiving assistance, make sure that you put on gloves. Um, when appropriate, wash the injury with soap and water. Apply a slight pressure to the wound with cotton to stop the bleeding, and then cleanse the area with an antiseptic, which that would be stuff like um, Neosporin or anything that would fall on the lines of Neosporin. Um, Next thing you're gonna do is apply an adhesive bandage to complete cover the wound. Um, Now that you are clean, put on gloves and return to the service area and remove any implements that may have been contaminated. Place them in your container for dirty items. If surfaces were contaminated, spray and wipe purple disinfectants and allow to sit for contact listed on the product label. Number 5 is discard all single-use contaminant objects such as wipes, cotton balls, and your gloves in a plastic bag. Place the plastic bag in a closed trash bag container with a lined bag. Deposit sharp disposables a in Sharp's box. Depose, excuse me. Dispose of trash items and straps containers as requires by state local law. Information of these laws may be found in your local cosmetology board website or through the OSHA website. Number 6, now that all disinfecting is complete, put on a new pair of gloves before returning to the service. Remember to dry any surface sprayed with the disinfectant and use new implements and replace the ones that were contaminated. Number 7, after the surface is completed, thoroughly cleaned and disinfect all tools and implements used during the service. Completely immerse tools implements in an EPA registered hospital disinfected solution for 10 minutes. See a physician if any signs of redness, swelling, pain, or irritation developed in the wounded area.
There you go. Well done.
That's it.
That's it, yes. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and your clients and all that. So,
Yeah.
so should we do that? Sounds good. Alrighty, so that was another tip and trick. Bella, did you have any other things you can think of about cleaning and
Um,
sanitation?
quite honestly, I think that's it. But if there is anything else that I remember when when this episode or with this episode being out, I will make sure to put it in the comments as, extra tips for everybody. So, yeah.
Yay!
Also,
Sounds good.
Mousy says hello to everybody.
Hello, Mousy. Sounds good. So, alrighty. Well, that's all the questions I have. That's all the tips and tricks I have. So, just want to say a huge thank you to Bella for joining, for giving us this topic to talk about, all the notes and resources and all that stuff. So, I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, so, real quick, end of the recording commercial break, if you will. I don't know what to call this now, so I don't know if this is the new thing or not, but we'll see. So if you're a cosplayer out there and you want to join an episode or two of Cosplay Tea Time, make sure to just to message us on Instagram, even if you just want to come and vibe with the cosplay community. Cosplay Tea Time is an awesome place to do that. So we got a lot of fun stuff going on here. So just want to say too, thank you again to those who watch. Thank you to those who support us. Make sure you follow social media links. It's all in the Cosplay Tea Time link tree down below. Make sure to follow and support our guest and tea sippers. They are awesome, wholesome, amazing people that come up with these good ideas. And I'm just like, oh, yes, we need to talk about that. It's important. So, and with that, we are going to wrap up here. So again, thank you everyone so much for watching. We hope everyone's taking care, staying safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone!